Cool. Okay, the stream is running. People are here. People are hanging. Ready for a good time. Let's get this show on the road. Okay, I'm very excited about this because I've played the game for something like 6 hours total, 7 maybe, including all the stuff I've cut out of videos and stuff. It's hard to remember. It's going to look like I don't have. I guess if I went to continue it, make a difference. But if I ever save, it's going to look like I don't have a character in this game. And for people who are worried, I didn't lose Black Jack or whatever this guy's name was, Omen DeBarb, I think. They still exist. They're just over on itch, and I'm just playing this on Steam today because I don't know why. But I do want to play as either the knight or the mercenary, since the only time I ever played as either of them, I think I didn't understand the game well enough, and I died very, very quickly. And I wanted to pitch that to you guys to help pick maybe which would be a good one. We got to vote for the merc, the merce. Would you do it as a K or an S? God, I love this game. Me too. It's like daunting in a way. Every time I spend time away from the game, it makes me like, maybe I've exhausted the amount of fun I can have with this game. I've done plenty in it, and then every time I boot it back up, very quickly the atmosphere pulls you back in, and you just realize that you've only discovered the tiniest little fragment of a pocket of the game. There's so much more to be seen. It looks like people are more or less leaning towards Merc, and I'm not going to leave it there forever. Ooh, but you guys do get to name him. That's something that I'm leaving in your hands as well. Johnny Depp, that's a pretty funny one. What's a way that we could bastardize the names of several Johnny Depp characters or something? Like you could have Willie Sparrow or something like that. Not going to fit. We'll make it fit. It'll be fine. Willie Sparrow. It fits perfectly. Play intro, yes. I've never not played the intro. I assume it just rolls a dice for you for everything. We're gonna make some of these decisions here together. You were born with the soul of the endless that makes you yearn for freedom and forces you to push your creativity to its limits. You put your creativity to test in the most harshest of environments. You were born and soon abandoned in the capital of the Eastern Sanctuaries, Jataya. You had to choose at a very young age to either become a pickpocket, a burglar, or try to struggle and lead an honest life. If we're going to choose together, we'll work through things. Seduce the enemy. Every single one of them, no matter what. That sounds something like a pickpocket would do. You got to have deft hands for that. Great for seduction. I attempt to seduce honest life. We got a couple votes honest life. I'm going for it. You struggled through your early life, but managed to get by as a merchant of sorts. Your skills of haggling and speech improved over the years, and you also managed to gather some savings. 30 silver coins. However, your endless soul yearned for more. You couldn't just become a family man, grow fat, and make a living as a mere merchant. You were destined for more. As you grew older, you took part in various mercenary armies and learned the dirtiest tricks to stay alive. You were taken in by notorious veteran highwaymen, and you joined his little band of criminals and ex-soldiers. So you can abandon your comrades or fight to the last breath. Did I not read this? During one of your many raids, your brigade got ambushed. The odds were seriously against you. You could have just abandoned your comrades and kept your life, or you could have fought to your last breath. Seduce! More seduction. Several votes for seduction. Look, guys, obviously we all want to see the seduction, but unfortunately it's not one of our two choices this time around. Maybe in a future update they'll fold it into the mix, you know? Tie vote. Fight it is. In we go. Not many survived the ambush, but that just meant that the mission's rewards got less takers. You were one of the lucky ones. We got 60 coins. I don't have any idea what to do with coins in this game. Well, I know there is a merchant, but it doesn't seem that, important or worthwhile. You traveled across the land in your raids and eventually settled down in the kingdom of Rondon, where silver was loose as long as you were up for getting your knife dirty. Great, more silver. I'm going to be a rich, rich man, and then I'm going to run into a cave full of horrible shit. One day you got an ominous task from the officials of the Kingdom of Rondon. You were paid well in silver to get a capital fable to die and go to the dungeons. From the dungeons of fear and hunger, a morbid place that's just totally awful. Something is clearly not right about this mission, and you feel terrible. You spent your last night in the kingdom go drinking and get laid at the brothel. Does that really count as seduction, though? It's hard to say. You can't really fail. It's that one, you know? Cash and money. I'm just rolling in it right now, aren't I? Stock up on food, stock up on healing items, rush straight for your mission. I think you can get like a physical speed boost if you choose rush. Ooh, money is the best way of seduction. 50 Shades of Grey would definitely make you think so. That's my understanding of those books, I guess. I've heard that rush is actually specifically very important for the mercenary. I don't know what to say, merch or merc or merce. I'll just start calling him Willie. We're going with the rush. You've learned dash. I think it actually makes a substantial difference of how you move around in the environment. So I think it's worth having. The dungeons of fear and hunger stand in front of you. All right, we got to run around and just start grabbing things. First, I need to beat this horse a little bit. Just beat the dead horse. I just wanted to see. Maybe one of these days you'll get something from it, you know? For anyone who's new to the game, there's kind of this opening section where you can just sprint around and just grab as much stuff as possible from these boxes. But you got to be fast. More coins. Sweet. Because those hounds are coming and they're going to mess us up. Seduce the horse. How do you think it died? I've already done my part. So I kind of have a standard starting of this game that I typically do every time, and I have not like fully come to know if it's like the most efficient rundown, like the best possible way of distributing my time and energy. Yeah, I'm not fighting that thing right now. But I kind of just run through these two basic areas, grabbing everything I can. I'm going to try to remember where the hell the thing is that you can fall into, because I don't want to fall into the weird death pit. Although it doesn't actually matter that much. It's not the worst thing. It's kind of up in the middle there, so I'm going to avoid going through the middle. Grab all of these delicious mushrooms. I think I avoided it. I think it would have been a little bit lower there. I'll never starve. I'll have mushrooms for days. Come and find me, let the blood flow. The door seems locked. There's an emblem of a crow. I can't force it. I'm not going to have what it takes to force it, so I'm going to go ahead and move on from that. Ooh, wheat flour. Can't wait to bake a cake. Rotten meat. We'll just bake ourselves an awesome meat pie. We'll never starve then. The hunger side of this will never matter. Worm juice. That's pretty great to find that so early on, actually. That can be incredibly useful, so I'm kind of glad to have that. I think there's another spot in this area where you can fall through the floor, and I have a vague sense of where it is. Nice. Chainmail hood. I'm just going to go ahead and chuck things on as soon as I find them, because for the most part, they're pretty damn useful. If anyone has sweet tips, without like spoiling the end game or whatever, if you have cool tips of things I could or should be doing, I'd love to hear them. Nice shield as well. That ain't bad. Erotophobia? What? After all this talk about seductions and everything, I get a character who's literally afraid of eroticism? What the hell is that? Oh, see, I knew there was something generally in this area. I couldn't remember if it was in front of that hallway or the other one. God, I hate this little section. But I'm still going to try and grab things. Oh, yeah, I don't have like a glass or a mug or anything. There's like a thing that starts chasing you in this section, and I absolutely hate it. Ooh, cloth fragment. Maybe later I'll make myself a shirt. Okay, not too bad. Do you know what? It's totally because white vial, that's sweet too. But it's totally because I have the dash ability that I was able to get used to through that so easily. Usually it kind of comes down to the absolute like wire, whether or not you can run through that. Oh, come on, chair. I would have been able to get past this thing if it wasn't for that stupid ass chair. I don't know if it's worth it to be like dodging around this guy for these barrels, but I feel like basically everything you can get at this point is worthwhile to at least some extent. So I like to think it's worth it. Seduce despite the fear. Don't let it stop you. Just commit harder, is what I say. Harder. I don't know if I've ever done anything with these graves. I bet you can find a shovel or something and do something with it. Coffins are sealed tight. It's wide open. I don't entirely remember what's going on in this little section. Plenty of things to grab. We'll stay nice and stocked up. I'm hardly even hungry yet. And I've already grabbed so much. Oh yeah, here's where the Iron Shakespeare hangs out around here. I'm gonna try to not disturb him. I've killed him once, and it was like, I wouldn't say accidental, but it was dumbass luck. It never ever should have happened, and it was specifically with the Dark Priest and like an army of things helping me. I would never ever be able to do it on my own. We're cleaning up. Is this gory? I would say yes. It's kind of messed up. Gory is like kind of the right word for it, but it's kind of more than that. It's kind of twisted, I would say, and like, yeah, it's like R-rated though. For sure. There's like gore. Mild gore. Oh, Eldritch Horror vibes, and you haven't even seen some of the enemies yet. Oh, it's like already the exact same one I have, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't even fought anything yet. I guess the enemies aren't particularly eldritchy on their own, but they are intense and gruesome and messed up and horrifying. This game kind of has some issues. Yeah, gory and like weirdly disturbing and like sexual in uncomfortable ways, and like the game is not tame is like the easiest explanation. Be here, but maybe just listening. You could give it a go, see how you feel about it. Just let some things play out, and the first time it gets uncomfortable, you can bail. The game, it ebbs and flows in terms of weirdness. Jump scares, no. It can catch you off guard, I suppose, with like, but that's much more something I have to worry about. What the shit? I don't know if I've ever known this was here. Maybe. There's a chance I've used that once. Shit. Like, I guess you could call that a jump scare, but I mean, you just have to run away from him. And now I kind of just have to hope he goes back the other way. That's as jump scary as this game gets, is sometimes you accidentally alert an enemy and it might play a small sound effect to go along with that. So it's pretty tolerable. Yeah, I wouldn't say jump scares are this game's thing. I don't know if it's worth it to try and fight this thing. It feels like probably not. Dried meat's probably too good right now, actually. So you do have to keep your body or your mind calm while also feeding yourself, thus the fear and the hunger. Can I lure you away? I think this guy's so busy with his crossbow. If I don't fight him, odds are... What is this? Oh, it's an enemy. Oh! A crazed prisoner is dragging its body behind. I vote... Well, let's talk to it. Because it's probably one of these types of zombie things that you can unwind. Try talking to it. What is your origin? I am not? Or am I? The prisoner slurs something in uncertainty. The prisoner seems to be a dead man standing, brought to life by some wicked magic. I wouldn't say that's standing. It seems like there's a fragile belief keeping it going. Oh, come on. He messed up my foot and my hand in one attack? Doesn't make sense unless I was, like, holding my own foot or putting on shoes or something. That seems like some solid garbage. Don't know how he managed that. You're the product of necromancy, and then he disappears. That's my favorite thing, is how easy it is to dispatch zombies. You just tell them that they're zombies and that they suck, and then they just die. But now there's a chance I can get an infection, right? Or does that count? Wow, more worm juice and more white vial. Or does that already count as an infection? I don't remember if I have to, like, clean that wound at this stage or not. Someone might have to remind me of that. I guess I am kind of going a slightly different way than I'm used to. That's an insane amount of worm juice. I never find that much. Well, if I ever get worms... Oh, I remembered at the last second. Yes. Don't fall for your own trappings there. That's a silly mistake to make. Do you know what? Let's just gun it this way. I'm pretty sure that lever activates this thing down over here, so let's take it. I honestly don't remember if... I know I have taken it. Now that I think about it, I know I've taken this before. But never this early. Great way to die from infections. I can't... Oh, wait. Oh, but I'm not bleeding right now. I'm not bleeding. Do I have anything? No, I'm not poisoned. Cure infections. Yes, there we go. I cured both at once. Phew. I couldn't remember what it took to cure an infection. Look at these guys. They're just having a grand old time there. What a fun little doggy pile they've set up for themselves. Did you hear something in the darkness? I don't know what's going... Oh, gross. What the shit? I have not been here before. This is new. It's disgusting and rotten. Oh, this looks like some spider shit. A little bit. These little sacks, or these pimples, or blisters, or whatever we want to call them. Something shiny. A soul stone. Nice. Well, forget it then. I'm just going to keep blasting these things. It seems to be nothing bad for me so far. It's nothing good yet either, but it seems worthwhile in my mind. No. Oh, weird. The cave mother tilts its head curiously. Ah! I don't know if I should try talking to the cave mother, or do I attack its wings, its torso, its breasts? This seems like they would be important. I'm going to try and talk to it just because I've never fought this enemy before and I want to see what happens. You try talking to it. Shriek like a cave gnome. Shriek like a cave mother. Seduce the leg. Please don't, and prepare to die. Neither of that's going to do anything. I'll try and shriek like a cave gnome. Those little goofy things are flying around in the prison section, I presume. You try your best to imitate it. It seems to have no effect. 20 damage. That kind of sucks. And I'm bleeding. And it's summoning gnomes. So that sucks. The cave gnome came for breastfeeding. Alright, well, I'm chopping off these breasts then, I guess. That seems like a good way to potentially stop this from happening. Shit, maybe one-manning like a boss monster like this was not a great idea. Seduce. You're right, I'm going about this all the wrong way. And I think that's about where I need to run away. This is clearly not going to happen. Please work. It is unable to escape. Well, Willie Sparrow didn't last very long. That sucks. That sucks. Shit. I should have known I was being too reckless and stupid with all that. That was kind of bound to happen, wasn't it?